Right then, so we're doing a bike swap. Now I'm having to stand in front of this one because if I stand behind it you probably won't even see me. Just feel like I'm like that. It's on its centre stand, so it is kind of massive. I mean, it's a big bike anyway, but on the centre stand it's raised a couple of inches, so it just makes it look even bigger, makes me look even smaller, but hey ho. So this is a Honda Africa Twin. You all know them. It's the current model, it's the current shape. As far as the specs go, don't forget what I always do, I'll throw some specs on at the end so I don't miss anything. I'll follow the same format as I always do. We'll have a walk around the bike. I'll point at a few things that I like. I don't think there's anything I don't like really, apart from the height, but that's just a me problem rather than a bike problem. Let's have a look around, shall we? I'll show you. Just look at the size on it. Absolute monstrous. This bike is massive. So, as I've already said, this one belongs to my good friend Taffy Two Wheels. He's kindly let me borrow it. We're doing a bit of a bike swap today. And this isn't the standard one. When I say that, I mean he bought a standard one and he's added loads of kit to it. So we'll just go over a couple of the extras on here, because when you buy these you don't get a lot of the things with them. Like, you don't get the engine guards and stuff. They're all extras that have been thrown in, as well as the pannier racks at the back. As you can see, these things here don't come on the standard one, neither do these. These are all extras, as is this. He did get the big, I don't know if the metal, titanium, whatever they are, the big bags on the back, but with that on the back it's massive. And as we don't need them today, they've been taken off. So it is an 1100. It's a chain drive. You will notice as well, it's not got a clutch on there. This is the DCT version, or Rev and Go, because that's what it is. You put it in gear and it's just an automatic. You see, it's a nice looking bike. So at the front we have got the twin disc. We've got Nissans on there as well, and at this time we're actually going over the bike. I've not actually sat on stroke ridden this bike, so I can't tell you how good or how bad the brakes are because I've not had a go yet. And on the back we've got the matching single disc Nissan. Let's have a look at it from its other side. Yeah, it's a good looking bike. Now, one of the extras that's been put on this is the SC Projects exhaust. It does sound a little bit better than its original exhaust that was on there. That being said, I didn't mind the original exhaust that was on there. I thought it was quite a nice sounding bike anyway. But £1,500 later, he's got a slightly different, kind of deeper noise to it. But it sounds alright actually. I don't know whether I would pay £1,500 for that though. Have we got some Showa forks, or has he just put some Showa stickers on? That is the question I'll ask him. In fact, let me ask him now. Taffy, Showa forks or Showa stickers?
Showa forks.
Showa forks?
Yeah.
Right, that's confirmed. Showa forks, but he's added the stickers himself. And he's got some nice spotlights. Or when he first got this bike, wasn't quite sure how to turn the spots on, but I'll go over the screen with you shortly. This has got so much kit on it. It's not like mine, where it's just got a couple of buttons and it's quite basic, this is full of tech, and yeah, I'll show you in a sec. Buttons. Look at that. And that's just there. There's some on top as well. So as far as the buttons go, because it's a DCT, you do have your down gear button on this side. Then you've got all of these here. Now all of these are your menu buttons for the screen, so I'll not bother going through them now because you'll see when the screen's on. We've got your hazard lights, your indicator and your horn. That's fairly standard, but all of this is all to work the screen, the computer, the ride modes, everything else. It's all very complex. And even these buttons on top here, you've got your flash button, but you've also got a button to answer your phone and operate your phone. You've got some more buttons there. It's just unbelievable. And then on the right hand side, you've got your stop start button. You've got your, I suppose, wouldn't call them driver modes because it's a DCT. You've got a neutral button, and then you've got your drive and your, I don't know if it's classed as sport, but you can manually go through the gears where I've showed you on the other side. You've got your minus button. You can go up and down the gears yourself pressing the button, or you can just put it into drive mode and it works just like an automatic car. It will just go through the gears itself, and yeah, I'm told it's a very nice and easy way to ride. I loved it on the Goldwing. I didn't love it on the Honda Rebel, so we'll see how we do on this one when we ride it very, very shortly. To mention as well, we've also got cruise control, and then this here is your speed for your cruise control, so you can up it and lower it. In fact, I will say these were extras as well, so it did come with some knuckle guards when he bought it, but he's got these upgraded bark busters. I think the plastic ones that were on, they didn't have this metal, so they were a bit flimsy, and the bark busters are just loads better. I think he's preparing to drop it at some point, but these will certainly do the job better than the standard plastic ones. Now, we'll turn the key so you can have a look at all of the things you've got going on. Now, one of the complaints with this bike is just how long this screen takes to come on. Now, for me, it doesn't take that long. It takes probably about 30 seconds, if that. But it's the fact that you've got to wait that long. You can't just start the bike and start riding instantly. You do have to sit and wait for it to all come to life. But one thing I do like about this, touchscreen. So it's got touchscreen, so you can go through all of the menu that's on here. You can do it via just pressing the screen, which I think is quite nice. It's a nice little touch. Yeah, so there's loads of things on there. It's not really responsive as far as the touch screen goes. You know, it's not. Does that even work? No. Yeah, it's not really responsive, and I think a lot of the things on here are done via certainly when you're riding, because you don't want to be leant over the tank, but there's loads of things you can change and play with. But if we just look at this, for instance, one of the good things about this bike, for such a big bike, its average consumption is 54.4 miles per gallon, and that has been over those 3,500 miles. So I think that is really good for a bike of this size. That is really good, to be fair. I'm impressed with that. But you can see on there loads of stuff going on, and I could probably spend 20 minutes, half an hour just talking about all the different things you can do with that. And I'm not going to do that today because that will bore the shit out of you. In fact, it'll bore the shit out of me, so I'm not going to do it. But you get the drift. There is a hell of a lot going on and a hell of a lot to play with. In fact, it's probably got as much as what my car's got. as far as modes and buttons and all that to play with. So I look ridiculously small next to this bike. I'm going to go and have a ride of it now. It's not going to be a long one. It's just going to be a little ride, just so I can see how this bike feels. I'm guessing it's going to be good, because they do sell really, really well, these bikes. But we'll see when I go for a ride. And don't forget, if you like more videos like this, bike reviews, bike tours, days out, just don't forget to hit that subscribe button. The more the merrier. Let's go for a ride, shall we? See what this monster can do. I am going to start this up, see what it sounds like. I don't like doing it on the other camera, because the other camera sounds shite. Yeah, it doesn't sound particularly good. Oh. Actually, that does sound pretty nice, that actually. But I did like the standard one, like I said, on the walk round, so I don't know whether for me that is worth all that money, because it is a fortune. That the seat is in its lowest setting, so that is very helpful for me. Watching him is going to be funny now, because he's used to a rev and go, and now he's on a big boy bike with gears. Ooh. And I'm on a rev and go. Oh Jesus. Ugh. Like a duck out of water. Right, so first thing is, adventure bikes are really tall, but that being said, it means you've got a really good view of the open road, and I do love the sitting position on an adventure bike. Actually, the rev and go on this is brilliant, just going up to 40 there, but you don't feel any gear changes whatsoever. Really nice and smooth. And the seat's lovely and comfy as well. Oh, keep reaching for a clutch that's just not there. There is just nothing to this at all. And when you look at it, when you stood next to it, it seems massive. But when you're riding it, it's so lovely and controllable. It's so easy to ride. Nice little sidecar there. So we've got a bit of a windy road, so let's just give it a little go on here. I've got to say, as a road bike, this is outstanding. It is really comfortable, and I know these are supposed to be nice, aren't they, off-road, but on road this is as comfortable as I think you'd ever want a bike to be. It's really nimble for such a big beast of a bike. You can just lean it over quite a lot, and because it's got the DCT box, you don't have to worry about changing gear, which means this hand isn't constantly going like that in traffic, which means for a long journey that is going to be awesome. You're not going to get the usual aches and pains in your hand. Just going to do a bit of a brake test here. We'll try the front brake. Right, now I did notice the brakes are very good, by the way. I can't complain with the brakes, but there is a little bit of fork dive when you brake. But I'm not too fussed about that. All I'm bothered about is the bike stopping, and it certainly does. And now we're in nationals, and we've got these lovely roads. Let's give it the beats. Let's see what it can do. Now wonder if he's enjoying my bike as much as I'm enjoying his bike. That is the question. Oh, he says he is on the intercom, and that's very nice to hear. All I can hear is my exhaust heading off there. But the exhaust on this does sound really nice. It's just I struggle to hear it with my Harley in front of me. But what a lovely place this is to have a ride. You just got to remember around here, just be respectful. You're riding through little villages, so just be nice and careful through the village. You've got nationals where you can have a little bit of a play, but just take it easy through the town. Stops people complaining about bikes. When you give it that little bit, you do get that little bit of a tingle in your gentleman sausage. Because it gives you that little bit of a thrill, and that's what you want. When you're riding a bike, you want to get to where you're going, of course, but you want to have fun when you're doing it. Yeah, we're going to pull over and swap back now, I think. We've had our little goes, and I've got to say, I am really impressed with this bike. When he puts the seat on in the higher position, it does raise it. It looks like about, well, it's about that big, so it's about 8 inches, isn't it, lads? Yeah, no, it's probably about 2 inches or something like that. That's what it appears like to me, but that makes a world of difference for my little legs. That 2 inches means that I can actually get on and I can kind of balls on my feet ride it, whereas I think in the higher position I could probably just about get 1 foot on balls on my feet as opposed to both. So it's certainly safer for me to have the lower setting, and it's good that you can actually do that from just a standard bike. You know, you can just change the settings yourself. You don't have to faff about like the V-Strom I had. You had to faff about. If you want to lower it, you had to change or alter the suspension and stuff. So with that, it's an easy fix. 2 inches just gone with a bit of faffing. Yeah, like it. Now I'm going to jump on my Harley for my final thoughts, I think, about that bike. Hey Taffy, here's your keys. Where's mine?
Yeah,
there you go.
I loved it. Thank you very much.
Swapsies.
Keys, not wide.
Swapping, doing a quick key swap there. It's like not out the goldfish bowl though. Not into that swinging. You dirty buggers. That's one thing you miss when you get off the Harley. You miss the noise. Anyway, let's just do a very, very quick recap of our little bike swap that we've just done. So first of all, I've got to say I am more impressed than I thought I was going to be. I thought it was much nicer than I've been giving him credit for, because I've basically been taking the mick out of him since he's bought it. But I've got to say, that bike is such a comfortable bike to ride. It is such a lovely bike to ride, and loads and loads of power, stops really nicely, goes really nicely. There's really not a lot to complain about. It be interesting to see what it's like off-road, but obviously today was just a bit of a on-road play, and for an on-road bike I think that is something special, so I can see now why he loves it so much. So that's going to do us for today. It was just not wife swap but bike swap, so I hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I shall catch you guys on the next one. Bye for now. Toodles.